Today it's all about royal tears. Did Prince Charles cry at Princess Diana's funeral? Charles, Camilla, and the entire royal family's lives were changed by the tragic turns of events. During the 1997 summer break, Charles was spending some special time with his sons at the family's vacation home in Balmoral, Scotland. The following day, Princess Diana was scheduled to pick up the boys on her way home from Paris. Welcome to Princess Diana the channel. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell icon to never miss a video about the People's Princess. The shocking news broke. Diana was fatally hurt in a car accident in Paris, also claiming the lives of her boyfriend Dodi Fayed and driver Henri Paul. Although Charles and Diana had been formally divorced for a little over a year after a 4-year separation, Charles was completely devastated. At 4:30 a.m., he received a phone call from the Queen's private secretary, following a call from the Paris hospital for an update that the princess had succumbed to her injuries. Charles was absolutely distraught and was trembling with a phone in his hands. Palace staff rushed over to Charles' room and found him collapsed in an armchair, weeping uncontrollably. Diana was just 36 years old when she died in Paris after the car she was traveling in crashed as a result of being chased by paparazzi.
La princesse de Galles a été victime à Paris d'un accident de la circulation à grande vitesse. Elle a été immédiatement prise en charge par le SAMU de Paris qui a effectué la réanimation initiale. À son arrivée à l'hôpital de la Pitié-Salpêtrière, elle présentait un choc hémorragique gravissime, d'origine thoracique, puis rapidement un arrêt cardiaque.
Suddenly, there was a surprising and even brave move Charles made. That Sunday morning, after telling his sons the heartbreaking news, he wanted to take the royal airplane to Paris, but the Queen wouldn't allow it. The Prince of Wales refused to back down, and eventually the Queen agreed to allow him to fly in the royal plane to bring his ex-wife's body back to Britain. When Charles arrived at the hospital, he was met by President Chirac. Charles has later described arriving at the hospital as one of the worst experiences of his life. The nurses in the French hospital who saw Charles coming into the room, seeing Diana's body, noticed how heartbroken he was. He sat down next to her body, together with Diana's sisters Sarah and Jane. Charles then snapped into action and made sure the Queen gave Diana the proper send-off. The prince agreed for Diana's coffin to be draped with a royal standard. This was a touching tribute to his ex-wife, who had been stripped of her royal titles following her divorce. Just 16 hours after her death, the plane carrying Princess Diana's body touched down at RAF Northolt in Norfolk. Charles wore a blue suit to Diana's funeral, in contrast to the black suits William, Harry, Prince Philip, and Earl Spencer wore. Charles chose the Savile Row suit because it was Diana's favorite and one that she selected for him. It seems like Charles has one regret from Diana's funeral, which reportedly haunts him. Charles still deeply regrets making his sons Prince William and Prince Harry, who were 15 and 12 at the time, walk behind their mom's coffin. During the walk behind the coffin, Charles felt completely frightened and kept an eye on the mourning audience when passing by. He feared he could be assassinated, becoming public enemy number 1 in the aftermath of Diana's fatal car crash. Many blamed Charles for the breakdown of his marriage with Diana, and the public also accused him and Queen Elizabeth of a cold attitude after Diana's tragic passing.
An enormous loss as far as they're concerned, but obviously the public support and the warmth of that support has helped quite enormously.
Did Camilla attend Princess Diana's funeral? Although she attended Diana's wedding, she was not allowed to attend her funeral. Charles was explicitly told by the Queen that he could not bring his paramour to the service. Camilla was dealing with the full wrath of a public that had never really understood the smitten prince's fascination with her, while Diana was remembered as a saint. Charles reportedly cried at Diana's private funeral on the Althorp Island.
Your legend ever will. Loveliness we've lost, those empty days without your smile. This torch we'll always carry for our nation's golden child. Even though we try